Laundry's going to be done at some point during this episode.
Laundry is going to be done somewhere in this episode, and it's just going to go wah, and it's going to be fine. Yeah. Is it record? Oh, yeah. Hey, look at that. It's recording.
Cool.
It wouldn't show it on there. It's showing it on here, though.
Yeah. I'm just saying, am I two?
I can turn you up.
Wait, are you two? Or am I? I think I'm one.
I'm two. You are one.
Sorry, we're talking about the microphone.
And the historian is 3.
Episode 2, and we already need to do addendums, because I
fucked up as well.
Fucked up.
Hey, everybody, we fucked up!
Yeah, Buggy didn't get hit in the balls yet.
Yep. Hey, before we start, hey, everyone.
Oh, yeah, that part.
Welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast. Wow.
One Piece book club of sorts where two virginal boys take you on a fanciful tour through the world of One Piece, Luffy, and his friends.
Yes, that was a great caption. That was the best one yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to look at it more like it's like a book club, right? If people want to like remember the fond beginning.
Yeah. Because
they're 500 episodes deep at this point.
Yeah, they can come back and watch 5 episodes at a time with us.
Yeah.
Which we will talk about that later. We might have to do a couple more episodes. I'm not sure.
Episode 10 left on a really rough spot. It's like, oh, well, okay. That seems like a real cliffhanger.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Here we are.
I'm Mike.
I'm Matt. And the historian is somewhere else in the room.
Yeah. She might be more audible today.
I've been given a microphone and no other legal jurisdiction over me, so I can say whatever I want now.
It's true. I wanted to, I don't know. We fucked up last week.
Yeah, I think we gave episode 5 a real short shrift.
Well, also, episode 5, I feel like we talked about episode 5, and I had watched it half asleep early in the morning. And
I hadn't watched it for 3 weeks or something.
So, and I feel like there were a lot of elements and plot points from episodes 6, 7, and 8
that I brought in. But now we're on the same page. I have not watched a little bit ahead and misremembered anything.
It's true, and I took notes this time. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Should we go over some important parts of episode 5 that we didn't really cover?
Sure, let's do that. Yes.
Okay. So Nami kind of forces her way onto the crew,
but not the crew.
Yeah. She's very back and forth. I hate pirates. I want this child to die. I hate Luffy, but also I'm going to join it because she's a thief, I guess.
Yeah, she wants treasure.
So she's more pirate than Luffy is.
Yeah.
Buggy has a nose, and he's very sensitive about it.
Yeah.
Buggy... Now, see, I'm trying to remember if I misremember this. He force chokes one of his crew members, but I think both of his hands were on.
Yes, they were.
So... he does it later, and his hand is off and on the guy's neck. So I don't know what that's about.
I mean, he's just having a good time, you know? He's having, it's good in feels, and it's good fun times.
Yeah.
It's not a sexual thing.
It's not, it might become.
It's not, I just looked at the historian, and she made a face. Is it a sexual thing? It better not be a sexual thing. I hope it's not a sexual thing.
I'm not going to say that specifically isn't a sexual thing. I will say the creator of the show has confirmed that Buggy's dick can break apart into multiple pieces.
Well,
I guess that makes sense.
How many more pieces than just 2?
That's for you to decide.
One dick.
Well, his leg goes into multiple pieces.
One dick and then 2 balls just fly circumnavigating his body.
It's like, you ever cut a sausage?
You're just gonna get the head, or you're just gonna get the thorax of the dick?
In theory, Buggy could segment himself into tiny little roast beef slices
split
of
griddle,
a man.
Split griddle his dick.
And he also can control his clothes. It's not like he splits up and his clothes fall off.
No, his clothes also segment.
Yeah.
We can get into that in a bit. Yeah.
Buggy might be the most powerful character. you mentioned a line that Nami says, and it
Yes.
was, "I only like money and tangerines."
That's the one.
That was that was good.
I did a bad misquote. I'm sorry, everyone.
I mean, I can go through. So the buggy ball is just a small nuke,
Yep.
which is pretty insane.
Mm-hmm.
Buggy has his own branded matchsticks. They pull out matchsticks and it's got his logo on it.
Yep.
So he's really good at marketing and like selling his brand. Nami smothers the fuse barehanded to save Luffy after it gets lit by another pirate. Zoro saves everybody, then gets
Obviously.
stabbed. Luffy could have squeezed out of that cage at any point.
At any point in time, but he chose to stay in it for some
Yeah.
reason. Yeah.
So he's not.
He was hungry.
Yeah, and we kind of get the whole Buggy's immune to swords.
Yeah.
Luffy is not,
Correct.
or so he says.
Or so he says, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I had a note multiple times, and I feel like it gets weird later. But like at the very first episode, Luffy, it doesn't show how he does it, but he snaps like 3 swords. Barehanded.
Yeah.
And here he catches one of the knives in his teeth and just breaks it. So
He's very strong.
yeah, I thought that was like that might come up later as a
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, like a nitpick thing. And then I think Zoro racks up the biggest body count
Oh, absolutely.
because I think later on, like, so they load up the buggy ball, it's still lit. He flips it over using his strength after getting stabbed. And then it goes off, and I think later on they say most of the pirates died,
Yeah.
and a couple escaped.
Yeah.
So Zoro's killed like I don't know, a couple dozen people.
I mean, yeah, he's yeah. I said it. I think I said it last episode. Like they are not shy about just like they're very cavalier about just like murdering people.
Yeah, in like a fun way. It's
a
like
fun-
fun murder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super fun murder. Can I before we jump into episodes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have 2 theories to add onto our predictions. Should I review the predictions?
Yeah, because I don't remember what.
Okay, so prediction 1 was by the end of the series, Zoro is the most giving lover. That was one of the big predictions. We made the prediction that Shanks has a twin brother named Janks with black hair.
Yep.
And then we made predictions about all the devil fruit. So
Yeah.
there was the swoosh swoosh fruit,
Yep.
which controls the tides. There was the moon fruit, which controlled the moon,
Or
which
butts.
I guess, or butts. There was the burn fruit. There's the lube fruit.
Yep. Because there's a sweaty guy or a looby guy later on.
The hair fruit. If someone can, we were really excited about the hair. The controlling
yeah.
of the hair, and then
Yep.
this. I wrote stick fruit. I don't know what that means.
Like the power to control
Yeah.
trees. I don't know. If you're listening to this, you probably listened to the last episode and you remember what we talked about.
Yeah. So thanks.
Yeah.
So I have 2 other theories.
Okay.
Okay, so the historian has said in the past that there is an ongoing internet theory that the One Piece is really the friendships
Friendship.
we made along the way.
I don't think it's a theory. I think it's a genuine fear that a lot of fans have that
Yeah.
that's going to be the payoff.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those cowards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go on record saying I hope it is.
So I hope it is as well. I hope it is the friendships they make along the way. If it's not the friendships they make along the way, my other theory is, I didn't look up the definition. Okay, so you know how like in pirate culture there are like pieces of 8
Yeah.
where they have like the little bits of
Coin and they can
yeah.
break off.
Yeah. So like in my theory, an idea is that the One Piece is like it's either a really shiny gold doubloon, or if it's just like a little small like cracked kind of mirror, and in the One Piece is like it's like a metaphor. So when you finally get it, it's sort of like the friendships you make along the way, but it's also like a self-reflection of how far you've come. So you get it, and it's just Luffy seeing his reflection.
And then behind him is his crew in the reflection.
Well, yeah. So there's that, but then like as the series ends, it's just like a slow zoom in on his fucked up eyes, and he's just staring at him.
It is a dead. There's so much of that. They do it so much. His pug stare.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't get angry. He doesn't get, like, angry eyebrows, but he just, like... And
Yeah.
he does get angry at one point.
I have a lot of notes from these past 5 episodes for this podcast, episode 2, where anytime anyone gets like serious or angry, immediately shadows all over their face.
Yeah, they do a lot of
just
the... there's a good part. We'll get to it. But Zoro's like, yeah, we ate your friend. And it's just like this haunting picture of him. Oh, my God.
And then my only other theory that I have, which is... I didn't hit skip on the intro at all because I was just sitting on the couch and I was being lazy.
Yeah, I was debating doing that.
Because it doesn't... I mean, it's nothing new every time. It's a good song, but also they do the whole Gold Roger beginning part. Mm-hmm. And this is me just being dumb.
Okay.
But in having watched 10 episodes of One Piece now, I've seen Luffy, who has his crazy, kind of spiky, spread out black hair, and he wears red. And Gold Roger in those like painty drawings also has spiky black hair and is wearing red.
Oh, you think...
So I think either Gold Roger is his dad or his grandpa or some sort of relative of Luffy's, based on absolutely nothing. Just literally that they have black spiky hair and they wear red.
It does. I will say it does seem like they put a lot more attention into what characters look like. Mm-hmm. In this than like say Dragon Ball, where if you just took anybody's hair off of them, they would look like the same person,
except for Mr. Satan,
yeah, and a few others. But like
Krillin, because he doesn't have hair.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We'll talk about Krillin later.
Oh my God, I'm so glad that Krillin's in this show. New favorite character already. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right, episode 6.
Yes.
Desperate situation: Beast Tamer Moji versus Luffy.
And Choo Choo.
Yeah, they don't mention that. It's real fucked up. Moji and Richie show up for revenge after Buggy's humiliating defeat in the previous episode, and Luffy meets a small dog guarding his master's store, even though he knows that he is long dead. This did feel like a filler episode.
They didn't mention Choo Choo's name at all in the description.
Is it Choo Choo or Shoo Shoo?
I mean, it's spelled in the subtitles. It's CHOU.
The dog is Shoo Shoo.
Is Shoo Shoo?
The dog is Shoo Shoo.
Oh well, it's spelled Choo Choo.
I guess it's.
I guess I'm a dumb white boy. I apologize to the internet.
Have you noticed that the Netflix, the dub, and then the subtitles are completely different?
Yeah, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but so I've like had it on to figure out people's names because there's a friggin' like jerkwad character later on who you gotta watch the subtitles if you want to figure out what the hell his name is.
Yes.
Anyway, okay, episode 6. I think it took so many notes for this.
I took a lot of notes. I said we kind of recapped these 3 in the first episode accidentally at the podcast. I took better notes this time, and by better notes I mean I took notes this time.
Yeah. Mine are still rambling. I'll reveal these at some point.
Yeah.
My first note were that buggy bombs are terrifying because, like,
they're
like glasses an entire like half of a town with these things.
Mm-hmm. Buggy bombs are terrifying.
I said buggy balls.
Buggy balls.
Buggy's balls.
Yep.
Are terrifying.
Buggy balls are terrifying. I would say Choo Choo is the most adorable pissed off dog.
Shoo Shoo?
Shoo Shoo, sorry. Shoo Shoo is the most adorable pissed off dog ever.
Shoo Shoo's real good.
Must be protected at all.
I have a note. I'll get to it.
Yeah.
I'll get to it. I mean, we start off with Zoro carrying Luffy's cage.
Yep.
And he's just got a stomach wound, and he's just like beast mode dragging this big like rock cage.
Yeah.
We meet the Beast Tamer Moji, and this is very specific. I did have to look up this character's name because I could not remember it, but have you ever seen Mission Hill?
No.
So it's like an old like adult animation cartoon.
Okay.
And if anybody listening to this or who knows the character, there's a character who's like a redhead, but he looks exactly like Beast Tamer Moji if they have like different hair color.
Interesting.
Character's name is Jim Kubak. Kubak. And he's like a roommate character in that show. I haven't seen it like in forever, but it was very uncanny.
Nice.
My next notes aren't very helpful. I just wrote dog bite.
Yep.
Nami gets Key, then Key gets eat, and then this is the thing I'm going to do.
Yep.
Luffy commits animal abuse. Did you put that down?
I literally okay. I have to find my note because I literally said.
Luffy, and does he bite him and punch him?
I think it's a good idea if you guys want to keep a running tab of Luffy punches someone or something he shouldn't, because that's a my the
There
series.
is elder abuse later.
I wrote Shushu eats the key to the cage and Luffy commits animal abuse.
Oh my god. Jesus.
The mayor also looks like someone. I can't put my finger on it. But
Yeah, the mayor is John Lennon Benjamin Franklin is what I wrote.
he is.
But I think he's supposed to look like a
Benjamin Franklin.
I think he's supposed to look like a poodle. I think he
with his
does,
like poof hair thing on
yeah,
top.
I do think he looks like what John Lennon would look like if John Lennon hadn't been assassinated.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh my god. That's great. The story behind that dog Shushu is just tear your heart out.
Yeah, it's like some up level stuff. I have
that episode of Futurama.
So it's like, it's literally, it's like a Hallmark movie almost.
Yeah.
Like the dog waiting by the train station. Mm-hmm. Because like Shushu and Richie start to fight and Shushu gets like real messed up and then it starts doing all the flashback. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you ate all the food in the store, but here's some meat. And you're like, oh my God. I want Shushu and the Old Man, the TV show. Yeah. I want that spin-off series.
That'd be really fun. Oh my God.
Yeah, I got sad backstory. I want the Old Man and Shushu show. If Shushu doesn't come back, I will be pissed. I want Shushu to like come back and just be a real buff dog or something. Yep. Like, Old Man dies, shop burns down, and then there's this haunting shot of just bloodied paw prints like on the ground.
Yeah, I when that there's like that like spatter of blood that like went up. They like Shushu and Richie and the lion.
Like a 3-story tall lion.
Yeah, and then it was just like it like panned away and there's just a shot of like speckles of blood, mm-hmm. and I just wrote "fuck this lion."
Yeah, yeah. Richie's a piece of shit. And Moji is like, he's upsetting. I hope he doesn't come back.
Fuck that lion.
I hope Moji doesn't come back.
I hope Moji also doesn't come back. Doesn't he die?
I don't.
Did I write that later?
We should keep better track of.
No, he doesn't die. He doesn't die. He doesn't die. It's fucking
the other guy.
The other guy dies. We'll get down.
Do you think that Moji is wearing furs, or that's all body hair that he's molded? Because the hair he molded into barriers.
I hope it's all body hair.
Yeah,
I think
because I don't think he would.
No.
Like
no, would he manscape?
I think he'd manscape. I don't think he would like take fur off of an animal.
Oh no!
So I think he's not wearing shoes. I think he's got really hairy feet with long talons.
Yeah, he's got hobbit feet. I wrote the shop's his treasure. Shushu's a pirate. He's probably the best pirate.
Shushu.
Shushu.
Yeah, Shushu is pretty boss. That
like happens.
Richie was really the key the whole time because he destroys Luffy's cage and then Luffy goes and beats the crap out of a furry and his pet lion.
Yep. And punches an old man. Oh wait, no, that's later.
Sorry. Is this the point where Nami's like, oh, I guess Luffy's a good guy? Kind of.
She does, and then he's like laying it on really heavy as he's like walking by Nami, being like, I'm just looking for like the exact chart Nami had that I need to get to the Grand Line, and I'm looking for a navigator just like Nami. Well, I gotta go work on this over here, and she's just like, fuck this guy.
This kid. There's the little like sad xylophone "We Are" cover motif that plays. It happens a couple times later,
like as like the shop's burning down and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. There's we got Buggy force choking again. Is this the? No. Okay, we get some other stuff later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. A lot happens. Like these like episodes got very dense, and I think episode 10 it loosens up a little bit.
Yeah, a lot. I was having that same thought process today as I was like going through my notes and stuff. I was like, a lot happens in all of these episodes. Like it's like
Yeah, like they're
they
very.
pack a lot of plot into a lot of 20 minutes.
I think you notice that when you're taking notes on a cartoon.
Yeah,
It's just like, why did they have so much stuff?
Yeah, I guess if we're just watching, it doesn't feel like that much happens, but it's
Yeah, because you can kind of like zone out, but like I don't know, it's fun. I would encourage just take notes while you're watching a cartoon, and you'll notice that Buggy has branded matchsticks.
yeah.
It's crazy.
There we go. Should we move on to our?
Yeah, we should
next
probably. I think we
episode?
spent way too much time on that one.
Yeah, it's been 20 minutes. It's fine.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Well, we talked about other stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably been
That's
like
true.
10 minutes.
Episode 7. It's really haunting that it's not like 07, it's like 007. So
Yeah.
like okay.
007, the James Bond episode.
Grand Duel: Zorro the Swordsman versus Kabaji the Acrobat.
Yes.
Enraged by the actions of Buggy's crew, the city's mayor rushes to fight Buggy himself, but the Straw Hat Pirates come to his rescue. Zorro fights Kabaji, despite still being wounded from his previous encounter with Buggy, while Luffy faces the clown pirate himself, and Nami searches for the map of the Grand Line.
Fucking, I don't.
But she already has it?
Well, she.
Oh, no, she
gave
goes-
it to. She gave it to Buggy in episode.
Yeah, and then she has to go back to
Yeah,
get
she
it.
must have. Or she gave a chart. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She has to go get it back.
What? So Buggy always uses the adverb flashily. Like he's like, oh, flashily. And I'm like,
noticed that.
he says it a lot. He says flashily a lot. And I don't know what it means. And I'm so do you know what it
know.
means, historian? What does flashily mean?
It's just the word like flashly. Is
Is
that?
it just his like quirk?
Are you asking me the definition of the word, or are you
Sure.
asking me why he is the
I
way
guess he's
he
just
is?
like gotta
I'm
let
asking
everyone
you to
know.
spell it.
Can you
extravagant
use
he
it in a sentence?
No, I can't. But he uses it all the time, and I'm
Wait,
like,
hold on.
I've never heard of flash.
Why did
flashly.
you just pulled so many screws out of your pants?
I did. I was working today.
Wait, hold on. What's confusing about this?
Well, he just uses it a lot. He
Yeah, that's
uses
like
it
an
for,
anime thing.
in like different contexts. He uses the phrase the adverb flashily.
The man loves to be flamboyant, and also like characters having like taglines, like key phrase words. You got to get used to. You are gonna lose your absolute shit once people start getting hyper specific laughs in this show. That is a thing. You can phonetically spell laughing in this show.
Are they like? Ha 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 ha.
No,
It's
no.
probably like or something like that.
Yeah, Mike's a little closer, but
man.
you will get laughs. There's like at least 10 specific laughs I can think of. Yeah.
There's gonna be like
unfortunately.
what is it, Final Fantasy X? They're like ha ha ha.
That's great.
Oh my god.
The other thing that immediately happens is Luffy Gum Gum balloons, which I had been like, I hope he has that power. He Gum Gum balloons like immediately at the beginning of this episode.
Oh yeah.
I was
Oh,
very
he has the
excited.
line first that he just says, "I'm here to kick your ass,"
Yeah.
which is really Luffy does have the most basic things, but like if somebody walked up to you on the street and just said, "I'm gonna kick your ass," like I think I'd be intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
And this is right when Luffy commits elder abuse. He just grabs John Lennon and smashes his head into a wall.
Yeah, it's great. He's protecting him. It's out of protection.
Yeah, and then he calls Buggy Big Nose, and he engorges himself.
Yes, he does. He engorges. And I was, in my vision, Gum Gum Balloon would be like he like inflates and can like float, but I understand Gum Gum Balloon could also be this time he just got big and like shot things. He like caught things and then.
I can see it
Shot
coming
him.
back. I brought it up last time in the last episode, but I really appreciate that there's no like I've been training for 10 years to master this technique. It's just like Gum Gum Balloon, and everyone's like, "What the?" Like I think everyone is legitimately like, "What the hell is that?" Since when can he do that?
Acrobat Kabaji.
Yeah,
Buggy's chief of staff, fucking unicycle boy, shows up.
yeah. Richie survived this, by the way. It's important.
Oh,
It's not really important. I took way too many.
we just need to know that the
Richie
animals
is
are okay.
alive.
The animals are okay. I appreciated the Kabaji was doing like full on Demon Slayer shit, just calling out his fire techniques to make fire
Yeah.
just appear as
Do you-
he's attacking with his swords.
Do you remember what Kabaji's title is?
He's the chief of staff.
He's chief of staff.
Yeah.
Fucking, what does that mean in a pirate ship?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, he
he's
is
not the first mate or anything like that.
No, chief of staff. Yeah, arsonist technique.
Can I read out some of his attacks?
Yeah.
We have murder at the steam bath. We also have dance of 100 kamikaze tops.
Yeah, his Beyblade attack.
A hike in the mountains. Fireworks in the cool summer breeze.
Fucking dude.
All great names for moves.
And yeah, he does a bunch of this stuff and then just straight up dies.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he does a bunch of stuff. He's a very good unicyclist. Like
he's like on that for the whole
time, and he's like perfectly balanced on it. He's not even like constantly pedaling back and forth. I appreciated. I wrote Zoro Shadows. He means business, which it was like he saw Kabaji and he was just like, it's oh yes,
yeah, gotta kill
another swordsman. And I love that like Luffy's getting ready to do a fight. Kabaji and Zoro are starting to fight, and Nami's like, "Cool, peace."
Yeah, she just goes to get the map, and there's like the drunk dude.
That might be.
Is that the next episode?
The next episode.
It does like.
Yeah, most of this episode was just like Luffy versus Buggy, and then Zoro versus Kabaji. Yeah. Oh no, this was that episode. She got there, Nami versus the drunk pirate.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she's just like, "Oh, look at my boobies! Oh my!" And he was like, "Your chest."
Oh yeah,
pains.
and then she's got her like pop out staff that she domes them with.
Yeah, fucking badass.
We learn to. Oh, I think here's a theory.
Yes.
I think because it seems like a show that would do it. I think they're going to talk about how Zoro definitely needs to get dentures because there's no way his teeth don't get fucked up holding that sword in his mouth.
Historian, do we talk about Zoro's teeth at all?
That I can think of.
Not that you can think of.
Wow, okay. It just seems like something they'd... Okay.
Yeah. I was really excited at that. In the background, it was very, very quiet, but anytime Kabaji moved, there was like a really quiet squeak of the unicycle. So anytime he moved, it was just like... Which I appreciate.
That's
that
really
effort.
good. That's really good attention to detail. There's a sound effect in episode 10 that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
That was not subtle at all. Yeah, so...
There's just a lot of fighting.
Yeah, we learned that Buggy knew Shanks. Mm-hmm. And then Buggy is like, I hate that hat, so he stabs it a bunch.
Yep.
Which actually gets Luffy, like, genuinely visibly mad. He has, like, the dark shadows and everything over his face. Yep. And it's, like, the first time we see him, like, aside from when he was a kid, like, being actually like, enraged.
Visibly upset, yeah.
I get Buggy's an idiot. I was very impressed that he has no ability to understand the idea of sentimentality. Yeah. He's like, treasure is gold. Treasure is big, shiny things. And it's like, no, I just really like this hat. He's like, but it's not gold.
It's not gold. You can't spend it on berries.
Yeah, gotta get berries.
Which
it's me, the Joker.
Which we could talk. It's me, the Joker, baby. I was really interesting. It's very strange to me. They have gold coins and treasure and stuff, but all they talk about is berries.
Berries is the currency.
Do they show is it like paper money?
Are the coins referred to as berries?
I think it can technically be either. Berries is the currency, like technically in United States you have dollars, but you also have pennies, nickels, coins. I believe everything is just berries.
They call it okay. So that's just like there's zenny or there's simoleons.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it. I did want to point out the fact that Buggy's like, we were pirates in training together.
Yes.
Which is, there's pirate internships.
Yes, which we will talk about at the beginning of the next episode. I do have two things I want to say about this episode. Mm-hmm. One of them is right before Zoro kills Kabaji, he screams, "Onigiri!" and then cuts him, which just is a rice ball. I don't know why he yelled rice ball. But I thought
maybe he's hungry.
Either he was hungry or he was like, I was in my head, which is like way too much, is like he was like he really wished he had those rice balls that little girl tried to give him a few episodes ago, and it was like fueling his anger, and now he's like, oh, a swordsman, and then he just I don't know, that might be too much, but I just thought it was funny he said onigiri and then killed a guy.
Cut him like onigiri. I guess that would be a very insulting. It's like just it's like pasta sauce. Fuck you.
And then the only other thing that I had was Nami's just hauling those freaking giant bags of treasure.
Yeah.
And she goes, she says, hauling treasure is tiring, but I guess it's worth the effort, though. And then she pauses and like looks into the middle distance, and a bunch of chimes happen, and it's like ching, 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 ching. And then a long zoom on her face, and then the chimes stop, and she just goes back to fucking hauling her treasure. There's no context of what that was or what that means. I was just like, what the fuck was that?
Do you think they're like, we need 10 more seconds in this episode, so they just put that in?
I mean, maybe. I'm assuming they're trying to foreshadow something, but it was just so random.
Like she's like very focused on treasure.
Yeah, she was just like, treasure's really hard to carry.
Was this the episode where it starts and like they're like, oh no, that was the building Zoro was in? Or is that the next episode? Because he goes to like sleep at one point.
I believe that was it, because he went to sleep right when they met with the mayor in like around Shushu.
Yeah.
Because he was like injured, and they're like, let's get you some help. So yeah, that would be this one.
Okay.
Also, Matt, I don't want to burst your bubble about someone naming their moves after food, because there is a character that will do that later on in the series. Onigiri translates 1-to-1 as ogre cutter.
Oh,
like that's
sorry.
like the yeah.
I messed up. I'm sorry.
Now we're learning. It's okay.
I thought I looked it up and it said, oh, maybe.
It is also the name of a food.
Okay.
So he yelled demon cutter.
So he was using.
Yes.
Okay. There we go. We learn something new every podcast.
There you go.
Thank you, historian, for that knowledge. Episode 8.
My personal title for this one was the episode where Luffy actually hits Buggy in the balls, then wins.
Yes, this is where it actually happens.
The real title is Who Will Win? Showdown between the true powers of the devil fruit. Buggy's link to Shanks is revealed, and when he rips the straw hat Shanks gave Luffy, his rage knows no bounds. Who will win in this clash between devil fruit users?
Interesting.
This is also the finale of the Orange Town arc. Second arc down.
This is also where the first like half of the episode is us learning about Buggy and Shanks' relationship.
Yeah. I think
They're interns.
and lovers.
Yeah?
There's no world
Yeah.
where if I Googled Shanks and Buggy,
Oh, there's definitely fanfic. There's definitely fan
Yeah.
art.
one's got blue hair, one's got red hair. It was just meant to be.
They're making a big old purple mess. Yum yum.
Yeah. I assume the internet ships them. Confirm?
Confirmed?
It's One Piece. Anyone will ship anyone.
Gross.
Okay. These are children. I don't-
Someone someone better not ship anyone with Shushu.
Well, unless it's Richie.
Why is it just Richie?
I think it's the funniest thing ever. I hope Richie comes back too, and he's like a big, like a lion pirate, and he's like, "It's me, Richie. I'm gonna get you with my my crew because they're great." Like I don't know.
Is he Tony the Tiger?
He's Richie the Lion.
Richie the Lion.
It's as ridiculous a name as Tony the Tiger.
That's fair.
Can I also burst your bubble on Richie the Lion?
Oh no. Is he dead?
It's very much along the lines of you've watched JoJo before, Mike.
Yeah, I've watched.
It's Richie the Lion. It's Lionel Richie, folks.
Okay. All right. We got to stay on top of these ones, I guess. I mean, we are an episode away,
Good stuff.
2 episodes away from Michael Jackson.
It's true. Oh my. Okay. Yeah. So like.
The creator of the show I don't know if he meant to be successful. He was just having fun.
Yeah,
That's
you've already showed us that mankind is in this show.
Yeah, it's good. So yeah, Buggy and Shanks are pirate interns. They're learning to be pirates. Buggy's just like a jerk off right off the bat, and he's like, if we're on a different cruise very soon, and I saw you, I'd just straight up fucking kill you.
Yeah. He's like, and he's just like, I like gold and treasure and gold. He finds a treasure map off of a guy like during a raid or whatever. And he's like, oh, this is how I'm going to make it big. And then they talk about how they found the devil fruits, which are different incarnations of the sea devil.
Yes.
The sea devil.
The sea devil.
We're going to see the sea devil at some point.
I hope so.
And he's just going to be spewing fruit.
I hope his name is Georgia.
Because the
Because the devil went down to Georgia. I don't know.
I think his name is going to be Prada.
Because he wears... Nice.
God.
It's bad jokes. That's fine. That's what we're here for. I'd say I wrote the note, but then they talk about it and Shanks is like, oh, yeah, I bet you could sell that devil fruit for like 1,000,000 berries or however much.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, whoa.
And Buggy's like, wah, and he pretends that I wrote, Buggy pretends to eat the devil fruit, but then Shanks distracts him and he causes him to actually eat the devil fruit. What an idiot.
One just big swallow. Just
and then Buggy falls in the water.
yeah, he gets paralyzed. My notes get very stream of conscious, like just like as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, is this gonna happen? And I wrote, can Buggy just send parts of himself into the water? Like he wouldn't need to swim, but then he falls in and he's like, I can't move, so it addresses itself. Kudos.
Do you think if he sent parts of himself in the water, those parts would not come back?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So they could just like take a finger, throw it in.
Yeah.
Dude, he could do such fucked up. Like Buggy could do such crazy stuff. He could just take off a finger and then like send it into somebody's throat and then like go down and just like fuck up their lungs or something.
He could tickle them. He could tickle a lot of people all at once.
Yeah.
At least 20 people.
Buggy is such a good idea for like a horror movie too, where you just have this clown who can just take off parts of himself. Like you just see him like pull off his tongue and just like can he take his teeth out and then put them back?
Okay.
Does he have a skeleton? I would take he could take his
I don't think so. I mean, when they showed the like chunks of his body, there was
like
no skeleton.
He's
in
like
there.
made of spam.
Yeah. I love Spam.
I bet he could take his eyeballs out and juggle them.
Anyway, so then Buggy and Luffy are still fighting, chopping. The villagers are outside the town, and they're just like, what's going on in the town? We should go check it out.
Luffy commits genital abuse.
Yep.
This is the part, and this is a sound effect I paid attention to because it's a lot of crinkling and crunching for way too long. It's like, bam. Just like really sits on it.
Well, maybe it's just like a inflatable, like a balloon animal, but it's like a balloon pee-pee.
That like that whistle that like a balloon makes, and you.
It's a balloon pee-pee.
Yeah, so sorry, you were saying.
No, it's fine. Nothing. It's fine. I was stream of consciousness.
Did you notice that all the townspeople are just business casual?
Yes, I did.
Like they're not like fantasy, like old time village people.
Yeah, they're just like people wearing like
a bunch of office workers.
Yeah. I want to know why it's a festival. It's Chop Festival when Buggy breaks into small pieces.
Oh, that's what it was called.
Why is it a festival? Why?
Because I guess there's a lot of it.
I guess so.
It all falls apart.
Yep. He said flashily again.
I wrote Luffy commits foot fetish abuse.
I wrote Luffy likes feet.
Oh yeah, because he grabs his foot, takes it out, and tickles it. Yeah,
he like tickles it, and then he's like, with it. He's doing a bunch of things with those feet,
and just kicks his face really hard.
Yep. And then he chop assembles back into his body, but Buggy has no torso. So
yeah, he just becomes like a fucked up little dude.
Yeah. He kind of looks like Kobe.
Yeah, he's got Kobe energy. So Luffy like curb stomps Buggy's just his head.
Yep.
And he calls this like my finishing move, and then just steps on his head.
Yep.
That's great. It's it's not any stretchy thing. He just steps on a guy and is like, this is my final move.
Yep.
Yeah, Buggy transforms. He's the tiny little guy because Nami tied up all his parts.
Yep.
they do this a lot where somebody's like, you're telling me you want me to do this thing that I would never do? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'll do it. And like she does it. She's like, you want me to be a pirate? I would never be a disgusting pirate. You guys are the worst. Yeah, but I'll do it though.
Yeah, but I'll do it because it's in my interest to get money.
Yeah. And Nami and Luffy connect because she's like, I'm gonna fix your hat. It's all good.
Yeah, which is nice. And then the villagers show up, and they're all really mad. Yeah. And then this is my favorite quote: is Luffy just goes, "No, I'm the one who kicked that old man's ass."
There's how blunt he is very good. Just the whole village just being like, "We're gonna wreck your shit," and he's like, "Oh, who's the pirate who did this?" He's like, "We're pirates.
Yeah,
I kicked this old guy's ass."
And then Zoro just thinks it's hilarious, and he's just like, "How are we gonna get out of this one?" And Luffy's like, "Here we go!" And then they run.
Zoro is such a bro. He's so in for the ride. I like it. He's very good at yes and. Like he's very good at yes anding the situation.
He's very good. Shushu saves the day.
Shushu saves the day. He's a pirate sympathizer.
Mm-hmm. He's a pirate. He's the best pirate on the crew. He better be on the crew. Is Shushu on the crew, historian? I am devastated. Folks, if you are farther in the episodes than the historian is, which I don't know how many episodes they're in, but if you're farther than them, let me know if Shushu makes it on the crew. You're holding the microphone. Nothing?
Nothing. Shaking.
Nothing. Shaking their head.
Shaking head.
No. Okay.
Fine. We get a lot of, what's it?
Young ones.
Yeah, damn you young ones, damn you young ones. Lots of young ones.
Thank you, young ones.
Thank you, young ones. Luffy leaves half the treasure behind for the town. And then we see someone with brown shoes.
Yes. That happens.
That all happens.
I wrote simply at the end of the episode, my last note was just, they seem to leave the places they go in complete rubble. But the regular folks are always like, we respect them.
Yeah.
And that's the mark of a true pirate.
I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
They didn't do any of it.
It's true. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, they didn't cause any of the damage.
No. I mean, kind of.
A little. I mean, yeah.
Like a little bit.
It was gonna happen.
Not like not the big stuff.
But you're right. It's one of those like, oh, you guys kind of bring death and destruction wherever you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, episode 9.
Yes.
Cannibal pirates. Do we have any more? Are we doing Zoro facts every time?
I didn't get Zoro fun facts this time.
Okay.
We're just in for the ride. Hey everybody, thank you for
flying by.
We're 42 minutes in episode 2 right now.
Yeah.
And
what podcasts have you listened to that knew what it was doing until like episode 50?
Yeah, exactly. We're just figuring it out right now. This is the first episode where I have notes. So
yeah.
We're using them.
We're talking a lot about notes. I hope that's okay. All 10, 14 of you, if you don't like that, text us individually because we probably personally know.
Oh, hey everybody. Well, we're in an interlude right now between episodes. We've officially made I made an email address. It's funpeacepodcast@gmail.com. So if you want to...
Who is gonna email you?
What? I don't know. Maybe someone listening to this podcast right now will email us.
Maybe my wife who hasn't watched this show and doesn't care about it. Or maybe my friend who doesn't like that one chef guy. We don't know who he is yet.
Yeah. They can email us and send us fake spoilers or real spoilers of things we would never believe.
Or whatever.
Or they can just or questions and say, who's your favorite character so far? Or what are your cats' names? Because they keep making sounds in the background. Mm-hmm. Or, I don't know, what's the historian's favorite soda? All questions.
What is it, Matthew?
Well, I feel like it ranges. Usually it's wild cherry Pepsi.
Correct. Yeah. Good job to both. You both get the point on that.
Sitting on the table.
There's literally an empty 2 liter of wild cherry Pepsi right in front of you.
There's like just backwash in the bottom of that thing.
Don't judge my lifestyle.
Putting you on blast in front of the 14
all
listeners.
14 of your listeners.
Hey everybody!
Oh my god, we're gonna blow. We're gonna be bigger than the official One Piece podcast.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Or that other one that has the great name that I thought of after they had hundreds of episodes.
We'll get big enough that we can do episodes with them.
We can do crossovers.
We'll do crossover episodes.
Hey,
It'd be
everybody.
great.
So, yeah, anyway, if you want to get into contact with us, funpiecespodcast@gmail.com. I will answer the emails.
And we'll remind you at the end of the episode too.
Yeah, maybe there's an email already. Who knows?
Probably. Anyway, while Matt's looking that up, I'm gonna read episode 9. Honorable Liar? Captain Usopp. With Nami forming an alliance with the crew as their navigator, though not as an actual member. The crew arrives at the Syrup Village in search of a proper ship, where they meet the town liar Usopp, who too has ties to Shanks.
Nice. Can I three things starting off the bat. Zoro is booze motivated, Luffy is food motivated, and Nami is treasure motivated.
They all have their individual lusts.
Yes, absolutely.
I even wrote Luffy lusts for meat. That dude is just all about the meat.
That dripping, delicious, salted, seasoned meat.
And that nasty little man just eats whole apples.
He does.
I don't think we mentioned it in episode 1. And it really lays it on in this one where he takes a bite
Yep.
of one. He's got the core. And
Yeah.
he's like, I sure hope there's meat. And then just eats the rest of it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
I mean, he can. He's got his gum vibes.
So he's...
Anyway, Usopp is Krillin, and that's really great. We really like Usopp, Captain Usopp.
yeah, he runs through and he's like, the pirates are coming. The pirates
Is his formal name Captain Usopp? I know he refers to himself as Captain Usopp, but I don't think he's the captain.
Yeah, he's like
not
the
a
captain of
captain.
3 vegetable children.
Yes. Onions.
Yeah, onions, pepper, and carrot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't get a like last name or anything. It's just Usopp.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running through the town yelling about everybody's pirates, and he's like, "I'm a liar,"
Yeah. And then they yell at him.
and he's like, "Woohoo!" and he gets like really excited about it, and then chills in a tree.
He reminded me of he reminded me of our friend Devin. He's just Devin. He's just
he is a
Devin.
lot like.
People who are listening, those who know
Oh my God.
Devin, you
We'll
would
have
say,
him on an
"Whoa."
episode.
But yeah, you'll just be like, "Whoa, did you get one of the voice actors for this show?"
Yeah.
Anyway.
my wife was mocking me before I left to come record this, and she does a real good anime protagonist voice, and it was very upsetting. Well, we should have her on just to do that.
That's great.
We should have people on who also don't watch One Piece, and have them watch 5 episodes out of context and then talk about it.
That might be fun.
Yeah.
That would be really fun. Once in a while.
Yeah.
I think we should do. Okay, we should finish recapping these episodes, and then
Okay.
we'll talk about things we would think we should do.
Yeah. They have 2 ships that are like hooked together or something.
Yep.
Children themed. I wrote children. Oh yeah, children themed after vegetables. Very good. Well,
Yes.
and then they look like the vegetables, which
Yep.
is even better.
The little glasses boy who's on the crew. I said he looks like Kobe. His name's Onion.
I think Onion. If I was like ranking him, Onion is like 2 tiers above Kobe.
Oh, for sure.
I'm all about Onion.
I wrote shadowy eyes. They got serious once again.
Yeah, they have like the whole like they show up at the beach and there's like, I'm Captain Usopp. I'm gonna shoot you with my slingshot, and he like shoots at their feet a bunch.
Yeah.
And then Luffy has a really good moment. Or Luffy's like totally bought into it. He's like, this is amazing. I love this. This is an island of 8 million pirates.
Yep.
Nami doesn't buy it. And then Luffy throws out the guns aren't for threats, they're for actions, which
Yep.
is a Shanks line.
Yep.
And Usopp is like, oh, that was so cool.
Yeah.
That's really threatening. And then Zoro and Luffy like die because they're like, I stole that.
Yeah.
That wasn't even mine.
Yep. And then we find out that Usopp's father,
Yasopp.
Yasopp, was on Shanks' crew, which is exciting. Also, I have to say, Yasopp looks like Chad Kroger from
He
Nickelback.
does look like Chad Kroger.
He does.
I wish Chad
this fool.
Hero will save us.
It's Chad Kroger.
I wish Chad Kroger had a headband on at all times that said Kroger on the top of it. Just like
Yasopp.
I really like that Yasopp is just like, oh, what's your name? He's like, and just points at his forehead. Check it out. I'm sure we're gonna meet Yasopp at some point.
Oh yeah.
I did write absent father. Yikes.
Yep. They talk about the big old rich person's house up on the
Yeah.
hill. So then Usopp goes running, and he pulls a block of hedge out of the hedges,
Yeah.
which I thought was funny. And then he starts chatting with Kaya, who is sick in bed of sorts,
His-
telling fantastical stories.
His sickly, I don't know, girlfriend, who's a girl.
Yes.
The kids go to confront the Straw Hat Pirates,
Yes.
and they think that they've eaten, for some reason that they've eaten Usopp,
Yep.
and Zoro, Luffy kind of buys into it, but it's hard to tell if he knows what's happening. But
Yep.
then Zoro's like, "Yeah, we ate your friend," just like the dramatic thing. It's very
Shadows.
good.
Yep.
And then like we just hard cut to them just being like, "Oh, we really thought you ate him, but we're friends now."
Yeah.
Like, not wasting any time.
Oh yeah.
We meet,
Usopp tells a story about giant goldfish poop that you could walk on.
yeah, the
almost like
big
an island.
like, yeah,
I said that sounds refreshing. I don't know why.
goldfish poop.
Yeah, I don't know. Taking that big old goldfish poop.
You could walk. Yeah, maybe we'll meet that goldfish. Maybe that's real.
Is the goldfish come back? Does goldfish come back?
There's probably
Does what come back?
The giant goldfish that do the big poops that are like islands?
I'm trying to think specifically. I know most of Usopp's stories eventually come to fruition. I'm just
What?
trying to think of what specific scenario the goldfish were.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you. We find out that Kaya's parents died, and money won't help sadness. But Usopp tells fun lies and stories to make Kaya feel better, which is better than money. Her butler slash servant slash family person,
Klahadore.
Klahadore is a
Fucking-
killjoy.
this guy sucks.
He's
He's got golden poops on his shirt.
He's got golden poops on his
He's
shirt.
got two
Just little-
symmetrical golden turds on his shirt.
Yep.
I just wrote guitar riff man? Question mark.
For him?
No, for later. Sorry.
At
Yeah,
the
we-
ve- and
we
then at
meet-
the very end of the episode,
Yeah.
we see Heart. I wrote Heart Glasses Rockstar Guy. Who are you?
Yeah. This dude.
Smash.
This
Smash. Cut to episode 10.
Yeah. Episode 10. I forgot to write a title for it, but their official title is The World's Strongest Weirdo. Is it Django? Django the Hypnotist.
I wrote,
It's not
John.
It's not Django.
Django. Django is what I wrote.
Django Feet.
Yes.
When trying to convince his rich friend Kaya to give the Straw Hats a ship, Usopp, he doesn't do that. Usopp does not try to. This is a bad wiki.
Yeah.
Usopp is told to stay away from her by her caretaker, Klahadore. However, when Usopp and Luffy later see him conversing with a strange man, they learn of a plot
Yes.
to kill Kaya.
Yes. And the episode begins with just moonwalking man. I wrote, he's just moonwalking.
Yeah.
And there's a sheep that, I said, the sheep recognized the true dance. Because there was a sheep
Yeah,
watch.
it's just like, what are you doing? Yeah, they just have a moment.
It was beautiful.
I want to point. Klahadore pushes. He doesn't do the like middle finger like push up his glasses thing like you'd expect him to. He uses the palm of his hand like a real creep.
I wrote, why doesn't Klahadore use his fingers? He doesn't use his fingers at all. Every time he like moved something.
Oh my god! Do you
didn't
think he
use
has
his-
claws?
I don't. Oh.
Do you think they're actually claws, and if he were to touch anything, claws would come out?
Oh, that would be cool. I hope that's true. That would be very, very cool.
Because his name is Klahadore.
Well, his name is Klahadore, but his name is also Captain Kuro.
And
So
we're
maybe-
jumping ahead, but they show his pirate flag
Yes.
later on, and we see that he has a cat themed
So
Jolly
maybe-
Roger.
Oh, maybe he has.
Maybe he's
I bet. Oh, maybe
he's Richie's dad.
I wasn't gonna say Richie.
Oh, sorry.
I was
Okay.
gonna say maybe he has like a claw devil fruit, and he has claws that come out of his hands.
Whenever he touches things.
We-
Claw devil fruit.
Claw devil fruit. Do
Claw
we
devil
keep
fruit.
looking at the historian, and she's not saying anything. Anyway, we'll move back. So he never uses his hands though. He like
No.
uses the weird like palm.
Yeah, he's a nasty
He's a
pervert.
nasty boy.
Usopp immediately won me over when he grappling hook
Oh,
like dives down from the
hell
tree
yeah.
and then just
Sweetest grappling hook I've ever
decks
seen.
Klahadore.
I think that he also in that moment won over. I wrote Luffy gained respect for Usopp when he just fucking
Yeah.
decked Claw.
Because you expect like Usopp, yeah. I like Usopp
Yeah.
a lot.
I feel like Luffy was like, yeah, whatever, this guy's an idiot, and then he decked him, and then he was like, nice.
Because I was really curious who I don't know who my favorite character is going to be. Like overall, I like Usopp the best now,
Sure.
and I think part of it is I feel like what
Historians agreeing that it's Usopp.
it's Usopp.
That's
I like
Specifically
Zoro.
for you, your favorite character will continue to
I mean,
be Usopp.
I like a Krillin. I do like a Krillin. Like characters like Krillin who are just like the kind of common sense will just like throw stuff out there. Zoro, the thing about Zoro is he seems like genetically engineered, like built in a lab to just be the coolest, most likable character.
Yeah.
So,
Piccolo.
but there's something real natural about Usopp that I really dig.
We learned that Clawhador. So before we learn what we learn at the end of the episode, that Clawhador is actually the captain of a pirate ship, I wrote Clawhador's a pirate ? Because it's like he came to the family by being like shipwrecked or whatever.
Yeah, he mentions that he was on a ship.
Yeah. He owes a life debt to the Kaya's family and all that bullshit.
Yeah, he goes over all that with Kaya herself. I wrote, I don't buy this. As I was watching, I was like, I don't buy this dude for a minute.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is like a groundbreaking observation on my part. I think he's designed to look like a villain.
Yeah, absolutely. We cut to Django and
Moonwalking.
moonwalking again, and I really wish they didn't. They like cut. It's like him moonwalking, and then it cuts to black, and then he's cuts back, and he's closer. And he moonwalks a bit, and then cuts to black, and it cuts. I wish they just did the whole thing, and it was just like
A
really long moonwalk.
Yeah.
I think that would have been fucking hilarious.
What's going on with his beard?
I don't know. It looked like maybe there were like
you know, when they,
he
like-
had like little elastic ties in it, maybe, or I don't know.
It looks like when they like the actual sarcophagus for a mummy. Like
Yeah.
how it's got that like tie. It's like that kind of
Yeah.
beard. It's probably not worth thinking about that much.
I really like he's like I don't want to hypnotize him. He's like, all right, I'll hypnotize him.
Yeah, it's another one of those like I can't be convinced to do this thing, but okay.
Yeah, and then he hypnotizes himself.
Zoro's just hanging out there with the kids.
Yeah, and I was like, is that why he walks backwards? Like he hypnotizes people and like walks. I don't know. It's just, like, was he hypnotized previously? So now he always has to walk backwards doing the moonwalk.
Maybe. I could see him either just being a throwaway, like gets decked and is just gone, like out of the fight immediately, or he is somehow the most threatening thing ever.
Yeah. I also I like that the kids were like, oh well, if he's not there, he's there. Like Usopp just has two places. It's like he's either like at the beach on that cliff, or he's at Kaya's house.
Yeah. I mean, he's like a little vagrant. I don't know. Man, we gotta talk. I don't think we've fully talked. We've talked about color schemes, right, for characters. Like Luffy has good jorts.
Yeah.
I've seen like pictures of him later on. He's got the open vest and like a scar or something. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think his hat gets bigger.
It's gotta get fixed.
Zoro, I like how simple he is. Usopp, though, I really like Usopp's just like, I'm just wearing overalls and like owning it. He's got his cool hat and everything. I like Usopp a lot. He's very cool. I am genuinely amazed because I know that this character is like prominent and makes it for thousands of episodes.
Sure.
I don't think they drop him. Like, as he seems like one of the main cast. Mm-hmm. He does not visually look like a character who would like survive that.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like somebody like in Dragon Ball, he would have hung out for a couple arcs and then just gotten shoved to the side.
Yamcha.
Yeah. Well, Yamcha looked cool.
Yeah.
I guess he's like Krillin. Krillin is this weird little goblin man with no nose who just and like no whites of his eyes. He just like manages to make it the whole time.
I appreciate it. He's a good. I like this. I don't know. I like each arc we're getting a new crewmate. I guess that's how it's supposed to be, but it's just fun
Yeah.
building the crew. I wonder if this is. I guess maybe like once they get to a certain amount, maybe I don't know if there's like a set number, and then they like
I'm
cycle
guessing
through.
10.
They cycle through new. Is there like a? Do they always stick with the same crew members, or do they like cycle through some folks?
Should you not tell us?
Should we not know this?
I don't think it's specifically spoilers. There are crew members who are Straw Hats, and then there are other people who like are around for an arc or two that get resolved. But it's like when they become a Straw Hat, they are a fucking Straw Hat.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Also, does that put you at the end of the second arc?
Just
No,
no.
we're still in Syrup Town.
We're still in Syrup.
Oh, okay. So
Oh wait,
you're
no, sorry. The second arc, Orange Town.
You finished Orange Town.
We finished
Yes.
Orange Town. We're in Syrup Town now.
Would you like to know currently how many arcs there are?
No.
Yes.
We're at 33.1.
33.1.
Because we're going at a fast clip through the arc, so they are going to slow
down.
down.
Yes.
I feel like maybe once we get through getting a
Most of the
decent
crew
crew
members,
together,
yeah.
then it'll probably be like, all right, this arc's going to be like 70 episodes instead of 3.
Which
These current arcs have been, 3 to 5 episodes. You will get arcs that, depending, are upwards of 100.
Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no!
I hope you like Buggy because he's going to be around for.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just punch Buggy into the sky, right? And
They
just
did.
Team Rockets.
Yeah. I appreciated Django's line. He's like, "Relax, man. I perfected the skills of a
Did we write it?
chameleon."
Okay, we picked up all that. I did. I was like, that's a weird thing to say. He's kind of like Mitch Hedberg if you
Yeah.
combined him with Michael Jackson.
Absolutely.
I really liked.
Mitch Hedberg, if he can dance.
I think the
Yeah. I was gonna say
if Mitch Hedberg did the moonwalk.
Yeah.
The subtitles said "Rich Girl Assassination Plan,"
Yeah.
but in the English dub, they're like "The Rich Girl Murder Plan." It's very good.
I was really upset that Django and Klahadore are gonna murder Kaya. I wrote Klahadore's a dick.
Yep.
And then I was like, he is a pirate, Captain Kuro. That's an easier name to say.
Yeah, which is exciting.
Yeah.
They're gonna accidentally murder her.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
Oh, with his, they showed his crew and they look like a bunch of cat people.
Yeah, they're like silhouettes had cat ears, so I wonder if it's gonna be like a Cats themed.
Oh, maybe they all have like cat masks.
Do you think they all
on.
sing?
And then they sing. But like the more we're talking about this, the more I'm like, shit. Did he have like a cat fruit or like a claw
Yeah,
fruit?
it's probably a kitty fruit,
Or like kitty fruit.
puss fruit.
Or a bean fruit because
Pot beans, yeah.
Yeah. Cats. What? You just made a laughing face. Historia made a laughing face. I think we're close.
We're getting there. Okay, yeah. So Claudor is Captain. Kuro, he was a pirate captain who faked his own death, and they show a dude get lit up on a cross. Mm-hmm. He is the man of 1,000 plans, but doesn't like being called that, or doesn't like being called Captain Kuro. One of them.
Yeah. He's the man with the plan.
He killed Kaya's parents, but not the dad on purpose. That was an accident. And I also wrote, "What a shit."
I don't. Yeah, it wasn't on purpose. I think the dad was already like dying.
Okay.
He was like sick.
And Luffy and Usopp are on a cliff. They just happen to catch all this.
And they're like, hey.
Well, Usopp catches all that, and Luffy is clearly maybe on the autism spectrum. I think that's generally true of shonen protagonists.
Yeah.
Definitely has ADHD.
Oh, absolutely.
He didn't catch like any of this conversation.
not
He's like,
at all.
"Are the
He's
bad
like-
guys bad?" And Usopp's like,
bad guys
"Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he confronts them. He falls headfirst like down a 50-foot cliff.
Yeah. That's
And
fine.
lands on his skull. By the count of Django.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, Django.
1, 2,
Does Django come back? Do we get more Django?
Does he die a horrible moonwalking death?
Like, do they just have
guess we'll
characters
find
like
out.
show up in like 600 episodes? It's like, it's me, remember me, I'm Django, and then somebody just like shoots him.
I mean, they definitely do that, but I don't I can't remember encountering him again.
Okay.
Do they do any of the Fast and Furious tropes where when people the people join the
Oh, absolutely, they
People
do.
join the family?
Absolutely, they
man,
do.
Buggy's probably going to join the family at
Oh
some
my
point. and I'm
God,
gonna
Buggy!
be so mad
Put that
about
down.
it.
Buggy's gonna join the crew.
okay. I'm
Buggy's
gonna-
gonna be a straw hat.
Buggy becomes a straw hat. That's going to be a prediction, everyone. Also, I don't know if we want to continue with our casting real life people as the crew members.
Yeah, Buggy would be Jared Leto.
I don't
Can
like
I
that at all.
wait? Can I pitch my idea for live action Buggy?
Yeah. Wait, did I already make the Jared Leto joke last?
No, you
I don't think we
didn't.
made Jared Leto jokes
We're
last
going to
time.
talk about Jared Leto, the cult leader.
But the actual best face casting for Buggy would be the man, the myth, the legend, who actually bought the copyright and has taken up the mantle of Bozo the Clown, David Arquette.
Oh my God! I would love David Arquette as Buggy the Clown. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna write that separate. Oh,
David Arquette as Buggy the Clown.
that would be so fucking good. This is not One Piece related, but there's a great documentary called "You Can't Kill David Arquette." It's about him trying to become a professional wrestler. Becoming a professional wrestler. Because he was in a movie called Ready to Rumble in like the 90s, and they gave him the like WCW title. I think it was Ready to Rumble.
Do I know David Arquette from anything other than Scream?
I mean, he does Scream's
He
the big
does.
one.
Yeah.
He does other stuff.
Seen him in
But it's like it's this beautiful redemption story for him as like an actor, as a person, as like his like life, and it's it'll fully endear you to David Arquette. He's a
I'm
beautiful
already
soul.
endeared to David Arquette, so it's
He's a beautiful soul.
okay.
Anyway, so
That's
David
a good one.
Arquette is
David
Buggy the
Arquette's
Clown.
a really good one.
That would make me like Buggy the Clown. Right now, I don't like Buggy.
You
the
don't.
Clown.
I'm kind of into. I see a few because I've been told
Yeah.
that Buggy doesn't go away. Buggy sticks around way longer than anybody wants him
Yeah.
to, and I'm here for Buggy the Clown.
That's fine. I'm not.
I endorse this juggalo pirate.
That's fine. I'm not sold on Buggy the Clown.
So I'll let it be known, Matt is anti-Buggy, and I'm
anti-
pro-Buggy.
I like Shoo Shoo, but apparently Shoo Shoo's not coming back.
Fucking bullshit.
And that's that.
Maybe we should stop this podcast if
I mean-
Shoo Shoo's
I mean,
not coming
Shoo
back.
Shoo's not
what's
coming
the-
back. Why do I watch any more One Piece episodes? No, there's more characters. Apparently, there's a chef character that everyone hates, but I think I'm gonna love the chef character.
Ooh, okay.
Just
Interesting.
I have no basis for that. I just hear that a lot of people don't like the chef, and I feel like I'm gonna like the chef.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction in that Oda managed to create a character that even you wouldn't like, Matt.
Who's that? Is it Buggy the Clown?
No, it's the chef.
Buggy the Clown
Really?
seems designed
Yeah.
not to like be disliked.
Wait,
Yeah.
you think I'm not going to like the chef?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who's your favorite right now? Is it still Zoro?
I think it's Zoro still. I do
Okay.
like Usopp. I also really like Nami. I feel like Nami's all about the treasure, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's
Nami's good. Nami's
she's a capable sailing
Yeah.
pirate person.
she's suffering from that like shonen anime thing where she is
the smartest one there.
a woman, so she's not allowed to have that much crazy personality.
But she's also like the fucking smartest one there. And she's
Yeah.
dealing with a bunch of dumb idiots all around her, and she's kind of just like, I will put up with this because it will make me rich.
I bet she never says she's officially a straw hat for a really long time,
Probably.
but she stays there the entire time.
I bet so.
She's definitely the like Bulma to Luffy's Goku.
Interesting.
I wanted to point out that I really, really liked and audibly laughed when they showed the hermit crab trying to climb up the rock, and then I went bunk, and then it fell into the water, and it happened twice, and it was for like dramatic punctuation. I like that. That hermit crab is
It's good.
in my top 5 favorite characters of One Piece so far.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So I'm going to add claw fruit to our predictions as well.
/ puss fruit.
/ puss fruit. That That's gonna be hilarious.
And I
if
bet
it's
he's like
Ghostbusters.
all real like tough and scary, and then he goes "Rawr," and like does like a little like claw thing, and then starts acting like a cat, and everyone gets weirded out.
I'm as curious as a cat. Nice. Nice.
Does anybody who wears like thin glasses and have slicked back hair in anime evil?
I don't think
So
so.
Shinji's dad. I'm gonna reveal right now that
Shinji's
I have
dad.
seen at least 20 episodes of Orin High School Host Club,
Yeah.
either high or drunk, and the person who made that happen knows who they are.
Yeah.
And the dude in that is awful. He's basically the same character, I think,
As Shinji's dad from
as
Neon
Shinji's
Genesis
dad,
Evangelion.
and yeah, they're all the type of person to just be like a really bad dad.
Yeah. Who's the guy?
Salt
I can't
tropes.
remember his name. He dies. Spoilers. Sorry.
In
In Full Metal,
we're
dies in
gonna
the
spoil
phone booth.
every other.
Maze Hughes.
Maze Hughes. Yeah, Maze
Maze
Hughes.
Hughes.
He's not evil. He's got those like small, tiny glasses though.
Okay, I've seen the one messed up episode of Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
That's the only episode of Full Metal Alchemist I've seen.
You've seen episode 4 of Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah,
is what
there's
you've
like
seen.
I've seen the little dog girl.
Don't don't do this to Nina Tucker's grave.
Oh dear.
Father. Anyway, I started watching that and I was excited about it, and then that episode happened 4 episodes in, and then I had to take a break. But then I picked it back up about 4 months later, and then just binged the rest of it because it was great. Anyway,
Yeah, I'll have to watch that at some point.
it's very good. Anyway, hey everybody.
Hey!
We're an hour and 10 minutes in.
Oh
we
shit,
longer.
we went long.
Flew by.
We're gonna get it to a tight 45 in the future. Just you wait.
This is what happens when we take notes.
And drink rum and
We've been drinking rum and sparkling soju, so
yeah, it's been.
it's good.
I'm thinking a lot about Usopp and where he's gonna go, and if he's gonna get overall upgrades or like whatever.
I'm thinking about if anyone's gonna lose a limb ever,
Well, Shanks
like permanently.
lost a limb.
Well, Shanks lost an arm. Sure.
It's gonna be Zoro.
Shanks, your arm.
It's gonna be Zoro, right?
I don't know if Zoro's gonna. I mean, I guess he could lose his left arm.
But he's left.
No, sorry, not his left arm. His right
or a
arm.
leg.
Or leg.
And
A
then
leg.
he gets a sword leg.
sword-
And then he has the 4 sword style. And then he has to get another piercing.
I appreciate, but also like I don't understand why people when they fight they have to shout out their technique. I understand like it's to like accentuate it in its anime, but like Zoro doesn't do that. I mean, he did say onigiri.
But he's not like
Hey
saying
Matt,
it
question
beforehand,
question for you.
Yes,
As an avid fan of wrestling, what do you do when a wrestler hits their finisher? Do you not yell out what that finisher is?
I yell it out, but I'm an audience member. People don't shout
That's an
blue
interesting
thunder bomb
take.
when they're
That-
giving a blue thunder
That's
bomb.
an interesting. What if somebody else like Zoro is on the sideline? He's like, "Gum gum bullet."
Yeah, if that would
Yeah.
happen, I think that would be pretty hilarious, and like that would be pretty funny if like every time someone did a move, someone else yelled their move.
Does it bug you in Dragon Ball?
I guess it doesn't bother me in Dragon Ball.
Because they established that like Kamehameha is like that you're like concentrating or something
Yeah.
when you're saying that.
Special beam cannon,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Destructo disc. Yeah, I guess.
It's a style thing. You're just styling on people.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I just like I noticed that. I don't know if I noticed it a lot. I don't mind the gum stuff either. I think I mainly just didn't. I don't know when people are using like actual weapons, and they yell things out. I don't know if that bothers me.
Does
Like they do
Usopp-
that in Demon Slayer all the time. They like say like they're like 3rd level and whatever their thing is.
I
They're
watched
like,
one episode of that, and I think the main character just smells good. Like he's not good smelling, but he's good at smelling.
But
Right?
like, yeah, but like, I don't know what's his name. Kabaji was. I mean, I enjoyed.
I feel like that track, like that was really appropriate for his character.
I did. I mean, Dance of 1,000 Kamikaze Tops.
And good
I don't
names.
Know, I don't know what you.
Maybe you don't like the names.
I did like all of his names though. I just didn't understand when he was just like fire technique and then was just like spitting fire.
Well, he said arson
I don't know.
arson is special or whatever.
But like, I love the rest of his moves. Maybe I'm
What?
just nitpicking because I liked
Maybe.
like
Did
a hike
Usopp
in the
yell any
mountains.
moves? Or did he just start shooting? He just started shooting.
He's just shooting.
I bet he's gonna be like pistol, and just shoot somebody.
I guess I don't
Someone
have
just shouts the word handgun.
handgun. I guess I don't
I'm gonna
mind
use-
it as much as I thought. Maybe I'm just nitpicking about that one.
I'm gonna use my special ability, gun.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've been shot.
I also, yeah, I think I'm fine with it now that I think about it. Maybe I was just being nitpicky. I also like
It's a weird. I feel like there's a buy-in part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I also like I am a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, and literally they spend like 95% of the dialogue is them just like describing what a card does.
Well,
so like
I'm gonna give
whatever.
so. I don't know if it changes. I'm gonna give so much credit to One Piece because I fell off of JoJo. I'm gonna say that publicly. I watched up to part 4, and part 4 was perfection. It's like the best anime I've watched so far. I loved that.
Yes.
It's very gay. I'm into it. But JoJo has a problem where they're gonna spend about a third of an episode describing a thought process, and it's grating after a while. It's like, I get it. You don't need to tell me what's going on. Just I can see
Just
what's
do it.
happening. And like,
Yeah.
I said it before, I really like that Luffy's just like, I'm just going to do this thing, and like just does his move and doesn't
Yeah.
like describe what it's going to do. He just fucking decks a guy. Like,
Yeah. I enjoy that as well. I hope it doesn't slow down in that regard. I feel like
it's gotta, right?
I mean, it's
eventually.
got to.
As a protagonist, Luffy rides a very fine line of he is tactically very savvy. Like his knowledge of opponents and everything and his way of combat, but he also just fucking sprints at every opponent he has.
Yeah.
So it's like he knows what he's doing. He's also just gonna pummel them. There is no like Ocean's 11 moment
Yeah,
in
there's-
One Piece.
There's no chess to playing at all. It's just fucking.
Which is
just,
I do appreciate. It's very satisfying, and I get very pumped when it happens. I think
Yeah.
I told you guys when I was a kid, because I had something undiagnosed. I would get so excited watching like an anime or a TV show where it was the moment where like the protagonist is being the big bad guy, and I would get so pumped up I needed to bite a pillow,
Yeah.
like with my teeth, to calm myself down because I was so excited about what was happening. So every time Luffy does that, that's going to be like that restraint is coming through. I'm all for it though. Just punch people. It's like it's just a type of character. It's like Ryu in Street Fighter, Goku. They're like some undiagnosed mental health thing where they just need to punch somebody to figure out what's going on with them. Once they punch somebody, they're like, I got this guy now. Like I figured out what they're about. Like I need to make physical contact with my knuckles and then I can read this person like a book.
Yeah. Easy. Nice.
Okay, we went way over.
We did. We're at almost an hour and 20 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, should we call
Enjoy
it?
your 3 car rides, folks.
Hope you didn't have any other podcasts you wanted to listen to.
Yeah, did you get 3 car rides out of us?
We'll tighten it.
Yeah,
we'll tighten it.
or not. We're feeling it out.
Maybe we'll
but
go
we-
up to 2 hours.
Hey, everybody! Thanks so much for listening to the Fun Piece podcast.
Yeah.
And if you want to reach out with questions, qualms, concerns, if you want to correct us on anything, if you want to send us dumb spoilers that aren't spoilers, if you want to send us a One Piece movie we should watch, and we'll do a watch along record.
And that'll be a
ourselves.
long episode because I guess it'll be the same length, but we'll
Yeah.
talk the entire way through.
We have been talking about eventually doing that, where we just like watch a One Piece movie and then just do commentary while we're watching it.
Yeah, and then you can listen to us talk about the movie while you're watching it.
Yeah, which would be fun. Anyway, so thanks. We're going to just keep doing it. Hey, second episode.
Second episode.
Woo!
I
Yeah.
might say
Yeah.
we're the best One Piece podcast out there.
One Piece anime podcast.
One Piece anime podcast out there.
Absolutely. There's definitely no other One Piece anime podcast.
And if anybody disagrees, Did you know that in the Netflix warnings for episode 9, it said that there is self-harm and nudity? I didn't see any of
I
it.
did see that. There was no nudity.
Or self-harm, I don't think.